How's it going, my friend? My name is Alvin, and in today's video, I want to talk about spirituality. Spirituality. And this channel is primarily about life from the spiritual perspective. So, when I was growing up, I was raised Catholic from middle school all the way to college. And I've learned so much, and I've had nothing but good memories throughout all that time. It's definitely contributed to the person that I am today. I wouldn't be the person that I would be if I hadn't gone through my Catholic upbringing. But I think for me, I was at a place in my life back in my mid-20s where I felt like there was something missing. I felt like there was something lacking between my relationship with God. And I felt like there has to be more than what I'm being told, than what I'm hearing other people say, than what I'm seeing out there. I had this curiosity and this drive. And I remember I was on a path of wanting to understand more about spirit guides, guardian angels. I remember I was reading some books that were talking about psychic abilities. And eventually it led me down a path where I went to my first Wish College program. Ding, ding, that helped me connect the dots on understanding life on planet Earth. And that's something that I believe that I've learned a lot in my spiritual path. And, one of the things that I want to make clear about how I show up in that way. So I was raised Catholic. But now, rather than just being Catholic, I'm more just spiritual. I see spirituality as something that's all-encompassing. Anywhere from doing dishes, socializing with friends, collaborating with colleagues, or even just spending time, personal hobbies, or being out there in nature. No matter where the context, spirituality encompasses everything. And that's something that I've come to learn. And I feel like there's such a bigger picture. And I see spirituality as this huge umbrella, and religion happens to be underneath it. Religion is spirituality, but spirituality is not religion exclusively. I can still be spiritual and, believe in this higher power and this big picture, rather. I come to understand that there's a lot of mechanics at play, a lot of things going on that I think is important to have an awareness of in our day-to-day life. Because we live in two worlds at once. That's a reality. Right? We live in the material and we live in the spiritual world. And just like how there are the natural laws of the material world, so too on the other side, which equally affects us so much. And to give you a deeper sense of my perspective, my principles when it comes to spirituality, I want to share with what was taught to me and something that I put together and through my experiences, I've accepted as my truth and how I relate with the world, how I see the world. There are 5 spiritual key foundations, or we can call them just spiritual keys. I like to call them fundamental principles that encompass a lot of things. You can just go deep into each particular key. So I won't go too much in the details, at least not for the sake of this video, but just to kind of give you a sense here. So the first one is, and I'm going to use the I form. I am energy. Number 2, I came here to learn and grow. Number 3, I have unique life purpose. Number 4, I have inner guidance or help. And number 5, I am free. And so these are the major principles that I basically live out on a day-to-day basis. And it's something that has really helped me a lot. I really have come to understand through teachers and those before me who've shown the way for me, understanding the big picture of life. And that's part of my spiritual path and how I show up, and I care about having an awareness of that, because there's chaos all around. And if there's no sense of a clear big picture, whether it's the big picture of my life or the collective, then it's going to be so easy to get caught up in the strongest current out there. Politics, social media, you name it. And those are 2 big ones. You know what I mean? Right? One of the things that I've come to learn about spirituality, for me, is that a lot of it has to do with simplicity, or simplifying things. When it comes to even examining our situations, when it comes to regrouping, reflecting on our past experiences to make sense of what we're going through in life. We're here in this life because it's a school. We're all here to learn and grow as a soul. And so there's always tremendous opportunity wherever for us to learn and to rediscover ourselves and who we are. And so simplicity. And then another component of what I see spirituality is practicality. Practicality and living in balance. And I'll speak on the balance piece. I think of the image of the yin and yang. I think of the Chinese symbol of balance that has so much spiritual significance behind it. And okay, it was pretty cool and very interesting. And it always had some kind of resonance. I'm definitely in a place now in my life where I actually understand on a deeper level what that's all about, at least for me, how it relates to me. And balance is something that's fundamental in order for us to live our best life, in my opinion, to live in balance. Something that is a practice, right? It's not about perfect, but it's about working through the process, embracing the process. So I'm sharing all of this, right? My perspective on spirituality, at least what I've come to understand at this point in my life. This video isn't to try to prove to you like you have to buy into this, you need to believe this or this. I'm just sharing what's resonated with me, what I put together from my own experiences. If this resonates with you, great. Then know that you're not alone. If it doesn't, and maybe you're not sure, put it on a mental shelf. Maybe you'll have some use for it later. But for me, I'm just sharing from my own experiences. I'm just sharing what's worked for me. And so I'm sharing that bit with you. And so one of the pillars that I shared earlier, I am free, the last one, number 5, the pinky. Everybody has a right to connect with God as they see fit. You might align with a particular religion, or maybe you're not. You might align as someone spiritual. Whatever helps you connect with God, even more so, whatever helps you connect with the God within you, because you are one with God just as much as everybody else. Whatever helps you connect with God, I think is the most important thing, because this material world is not the end all be all. Everything here while we're living this life is just a means for our own spiritual evolution, to learn and grow and evolve as a soul, to expand, to level up in our sense of freedom, to unfold more of that and to be of service. The big piece that I've learned a lot from growing up Catholic is service oriented, being of service. Being of service, like I give to you as I give to myself. I give to myself as I give to you. I give to you, but I don't leave myself out. I give to myself, but I don't leave you out. I do believe that in the spiritual world, in the world of spirit, in the world of God, everybody can win. But I think being in this planet and getting caught up in all this stuff here, the concepts, the labels and things, we get into this hierarchical, greater, lesser than, all this stuff that's not even reflective of the kingdom of heaven, the spiritual realm, what's going on of all that's out there, right? I'm not here to prove whatever you believe is rightfully yours, because you're free. You're free. You're free to do so. We have our own autonomy. And I'm always being reminded of it. It's that I have personal power and that I am capable just as much as you are. Whoever you are, I don't care who you are, just as much as you are as capable as I am. If you ever observe somebody and they've achieved something, rather than just doing this comparing, instead of just be like, oh, if that person can do it, I can do it. That kind of attitude, that inspiring. I want to be able to inspire you to take actions to live your best life, to be your most authentic self, to live your purpose day in and day out. And so these are some of the thoughts I had about spirituality at this point. There's always going to be much more to share, right? This is just like the tip of the iceberg. And if you stick with me on this journey, I'll share more about what I put together. I mean, we're all learning, right? We're all going through this process. We're all practicing. And I think that's a very important thing to remind ourselves, because I know I have to. Because homeboy gets too crazy and caught up in all this and getting it perfect. Oh, I got it wrong. I messed up. It's like, it's all right, my dude. It's all good. Chill, breathe. Practice, refinement, growth. If you make it to this part of the video and you haven't subscribed, consider subscribing. I'm going to continue sharing more of my insights and what I put together, talking about many aspects of life through the spiritual lens, because I think it's very important that people develop a bigger picture, expand their current picture of life, because there is. I felt it, just what I firmly believe. I hope there was something I said aside from this that perhaps may have helped you. If not, then you have a great day, and I wish you the best. And no harm, no foul. Ain't tripping. I'm good. I'm here, still breathing. My arm hasn't fallen off. So just wanted to be of service, to talk a little bit, and hopefully that gives you some good idea of when it comes to all things spiritual, living in two worlds at once and tapping into our intuitive abilities that, frankly, we all have. I remember I was growing up, I always thought that it was only select people that were quote unquote psychic, but lo and behold, I discovered We're all psychic. I'll end it there for today's video. And yeah, if there's anything that I shared that you learned, or anything that resonated with you, please feel free to comment below anything that stood out to you. I'll definitely take a look at them and respond. Love to hear your thoughts. And if there's anything you'd be interested to hear me talk about when it comes to spirituality, please comment below, and I'll be more than happy to put something together and answer some of your questions. And if you made it this far of the video, thank you so much. I really appreciate your time. Again, all I can hope for you watching this is to gain some value out of this, and really working towards making things practical as I'm doing it for myself. Share what I've made practical for myself, share it with you so that you can make it practical in your life, living spiritually, living in balance, living purposefully. All those important things that I believe that it's essential, fundamental. And so this has been another video. Thank you so much for your time. Until the next time, you take care, my friend.